Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, I want to say. That's what day it is for me. Big news today, the Dodgers won the World Series. Now, that's of course not the news. Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. And there's a lot of thoughts with that. He did it again, guys. We're going to keep this as light as we possibly can, even though this is certainly not the outcome most people probably watching this podcast wanted. But he put that the bastard pulled it off. It's like we're watching. It's like the end of some old timey sports movie. They go, "He did it again." You believe this? He did, except no one actually will. He's the villain, and he did it again. I don't even know what to say. I'm a very optimistic person. I'll just say that. So all the doom and gloom, I get it. You know, the last presidency really wasn't that. I think this one's going to be worse, but for sure. But his last one wasn't as bad. I remember. So that was the first election I could vote in. My registration was lost in the mail by some, who knows, some fools on campus. So I didn't vote. I couldn't vote, sadly. But I remember when he won, it was a lot of doom and gloom. I mean, there's people crying on campus. It was like we had a watch party. And I would say I was entertained by the watch party. I was young, dumb, but I was like, guys, it can't be this bad. This is the United States of America. It's not going to turn into some crazy country. And it really wasn't that bad. That time around, it wasn't that bad. It's not like, I remember my RA at the time was a gay man, and him and his boyfriend were like hugging each other and like crying. The gay rights weren't repealed. Certainly they were brought up frequently, but they weren't repealed. So things weren't really that bad until COVID. Then they got a lot worse, and that's why he lost. Because during COVID, he kind of was just like, "Oh, fuck this! I don't have to do my job. I'm gonna suck." So optimistically, I hope it's just the same as that again. We can deal with that again. We can get through that again. But it seems like it could be a lot worse this time. So I don't really know. I think to say that. Obviously the majority of the country voted for him. He won the popular vote as well. Is an astounding victory. To say that most of the country is racist is not true at all. I think the way the president wins is, do people currently like what's going on in the country right now? Yes or no? If no, they vote for the other person. That's how it is. So, if people don't have a job, they keep saying unemployment's at an all-time low, and then I go online and they're saying everyone can't find a job. The job market sucks. So I don't know what to believe. I don't have a job, guys. I am outside of these statistics, or I guess I am inside the statistics. How did they even know about me? Do I report unemployed on my taxes? I guess I have to. I don't even know. I don't know. But people obviously weren't happy with what was going on right now. Inflation, blah blah blah. So they want to change, and it doesn't matter who the change is. It's just another guy. That's kind of how anyone can come into power. Just, is shit going bad right now? Yes. Well, then they could be the craziest person. Like, legitimately, Hitler could win an election in the United States. He could win. If he was just here at the right time, he could win. And that's the scary part. World War II can repeat itself. It probably will repeat itself in some country. I mean, I guess it's repeating itself in certain countries right now, depending on your interpretation. So it very much could. And that's just what it is, right? People have decided, and I get it, right? If you have no food on your table, if 4 years ago or whatever, what is that, 5 years ago, 6 years ago at this point, your life was so much better, you were killing it, you're amazing, and then now you're like, this sucks, you're not making any money. I get it. You're going to want to return to those days. If you have no job right now, you're poor, your life sucks. Sadly, racism takes a back seat, and at that point, I get it. If the choice is be racist or die, I mean, I got it, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta be racist. Be racist or die. I'm not saying I'm not saying like killing people. If it's the choice between like genocide and die, then I have to kill myself because I'm not going to be killing other people. But the choice is like be kind of racist or just starve to death. I get it. I know we all kind of have to get it. So it's not like voting for good versus evil. It's a mixed bag of things. And obviously the country decided. So, congratulations if you voted for him. I'm mostly worried about these super fans. I just can't stand them. They're so annoying. Oh my God, I don't want to listen to this at all. Just the people betting. Oh my God, you put a bet on this election. People betting millions of dollars. Congratulations, guys. Your parlay's hit. What do you have? I have a parlay. I have Donald Trump parlayed with women losing the right to vote, parlayed with the Sixers to win the NBA championship. Yeah, it's on FanDuel. It's on FanDuel. They have everything. I don't know who the fuck made voting or betting on the election a thing. I mean, Donald Trump was clearly the favorite in the election, in the voting, or the betting. Jesus Christ. So I guess they were right on that. I thought it was just because it was like crypto, bro, dude. They're all Trump people, right? If you go on Twitter, all of those people, it's just the most annoying people voting for Trump. Just the most annoying celebrities, I'll say, most annoying, outspoken people. The regular people, honestly, I mean, like most of my family, I've said this before, voting for Donald Trump, and they're not MAGA people, right? They're just regular Republicans. They're just like, we have to vote Republican. All the Hispanic people in my family, all the Cubans, bro, they are the super Trumpy people. And I get it because in their mind, like oh my God, I can't speak. Being democratic is like the same as being a communist dictator in Cuba. They're like they equate those two things. So I get how they vote. I hope it goes well. I really am. I am optimistic. You know, I don't like Elon Musk. Him buying Twitter really, I think it did a number. That was a good move. Well done. Checkmate, Elon. Well done. That was a good move by him to make it a freedom of speech, unbiased platform that was clearly so biased. He did it. And, I hope RFK, I really hope, the one thing that's good about Donald Trump is that he only cares about looking good. He only cares about he's kind of a narcissist, I guess, in the sense that he just wants to look good. So anyone who does anything bad, he's going to be like, I don't know them. I hate them. I don't know them. We were never even friends in the first place. He does it all the time. So if RFK Jr., one of these people, if people don't like what they're doing, he's going to be like, I never knew that guy. Who the fuck is that? That guy? RFK? What is that? Is that a nickname? Who's that guy? I knew his father. His father was a great man. That guy? I don't know. So I think if any of them do any weird stuff, he'll drop them like a sack of potatoes. He will drop them to the ground. He'll curb stomp their faces. I sound like one of his supporters right now talking about, he's so cool, he's going to do everything right. But I think the narcissism will prevail in the sense that, like, certain things are not going to be allowed to tarnish his reputation if they're going badly. And, another thing that makes me feel fine is that he's so old that he's probably going to die or just become like Joe Biden where he can't even speak sooner rather than later. Like all my 80-year-old grandparents, they can't be president. These people are losing their minds. So when he's done with his presidency, what is he going to be, 82, 83? That's about time to... it's not. He's an overweight man. He's a tall, overweight man. They don't live very long. So we want J.D. Vance to be president. I mean, honestly, J.D. Vance is better than Trump in my mind. Seems like a regular guy that's just kind of riding the wave of political opportunity. So, it's interesting. None of the calling people garbage changed anything. It didn't change anything. The media kind of just... It's hard to tell what's making a difference and what's not. None of the garbage stuff. I bought a new mug. It's a recycling bin mug. I'm a spin on the garbage thing since my manatee mug broke. So I'm chilling. With my garbage paraphernalia. None of that changed anything. People still came out in full force. And listen, I get it. I really get it. And maybe, honestly, we do have a problem electing a woman in this country. Maybe there's still subliminal issues where people don't want to vote for a woman. Hispanic men especially. I think Donald Trump won a lot of Hispanic male votes that he didn't when Joe Biden was running. Honestly, Hispanic men, no offense to you guys, it's one of the most misogynistic cultures, I would say. So I get it in terms of I understand why it happened. Obviously, I don't agree with it. But I did dress up as a Trump voter today. I have this peach polo shirt on. I'm going to my golf event with my fraternity. This is what I would wear to that. If I was ever in that scenario, I needed to do you drink a beer at every hole and you play golf like an asshole, I would wear this shirt. This was actually given to me for free. The company is called Bogey Bros, I think. Last year, they're like, hey, do you want some free shirts? And I was like, yeah. And they sent them to me. And I was like, hey, you guys want to sponsor a video? And they were like, nah, we're good. It's like, okay, thanks for the free shirts. So I've never promoted them at all, but they feel good. They're nice material. But I don't know. I haven't been golfing recently. so I can't really wear this. But I'll wear it today. I'll wear my uniform today. I got to blend into the crowd now. They're going to be looking for who voted for who. And I'll be like, oh, listen, guys, would I vote for Kamala if I was wearing this shirt? Would I vote? Come on, look at me. I hate women with the shirt. Look at me. But yeah, so I'm keeping this lighthearted. I'm staying optimistic. And I think certainly this regime, we'll call it a regime, is not going to be pro civil rights. It's not going to be advancing civil rights cause or women's rights or any of that sort. But I also want to take a foot off the pedal on them repealing all this stuff. I think really to make it known, like, the abortion ban is at the state level right now, and that happened under Joe Biden. And I don't really know if they can do more. Certainly individual states can do more, but they've always been able to do more. I don't know if nationally that can be a thing, an abortion ban. So I don't really think that is in jeopardy. I'm certainly packing the Supreme Court with, when some of these old people drop dead or they put a little bit of extra poison in their tea and one of these Supreme Court justices drop dead and then they appoint a 20-year-old dude who's a lifelong Republican. That could be a problem. That could have implications for the future generations. But, there's also, I also seen, some people go crazy. They're like, oh, they're going to repeal interracial marriages. Like, guys, calm down, first of all. Also, the Supreme Court justice, fucking the worst one, the guy that's taking bribes, the super right-wing one, fucking Clarence Thomas, is in an interracial marriage. So, all right, if he's going to vote on that, like, let's see where your heart lies. Let's see where you're, like, you if you're really going to repeal that, and you are in an interracial marriage yourself, I mean, God bless America. Truly, God bless America. And I don't doubt he would. I don't doubt he would. So we'll see. So there's going to be some true colors being shown here. Elon Musk is going to be... listen, maybe space will be a cool... I don't really know what's going to happen, guys. I don't know. There's a lot of talk. Like, listen, last time he won, there's talk about walls, there's talk about a million things. He didn't do 90% of that stuff. So really, are we probably safe? Yeah. Yeah, we're probably safe. You say a lot of stuff to get people to vote for you, and then when it comes, you're like, actually, I didn't want to do this. Wait, guys, I was joking. Wait, we're going to take fluoride out of the water? Why are we doing that? So, yeah, I think we'll be fine. All those commercials about disobeying your husband and voting differently at the polls, none of them worked. They were such cool commercials. Such crazy commercials. I'm like, oh, shit, none of them worked. All the texts Kamala was sending us, shit, y'all didn't give her money. I didn't give her anything, but y'all didn't give her any money. Not that would have changed anything. She lost by so much. Sorry. She lost worse than Hillary Clinton lost, and that was an embarrassing loss. So, that is what it is. Maybe people lied. Maybe I could have lied, right? I could have been voting for Donald Trump. I didn't. I voted for Kamala. But you can say whatever you want. That's the beauty of it. Wasn't there the case of some Chinese immigrant, or not even an immigrant, just a random lady from China going to school in the U.S., voted, I think, in one of these elections or a few weeks ago, and they found out she was illegally voting, and they're like, yeah, we can't even take her vote back. We don't even know how to get it back. You have to take her word on who she voted for. You can't just, like, once the vote is in, it's mixed. It's scrubbed of your name. You can't just take it back. So that's kind of a problem. That is a thing. Like, you can just lie. Like, no one knows. Melania Trump could have voted for Kamala. She could, like, truly could have voted for... Who knows? So, husbands and wives could be lying to each other. I think that's the bigger problem. If you're lying to your spouse about who you voted for, you probably should find a new marriage, guys. It's not about, like, disobeying them. Like, I don't know. If you can be honest with them, that's your spouse. That's the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. That's a problem. If your husband will trap you in the basement because you're voting differently than him, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, figure it out. And maybe husbands did coerce their wives, which, ladies, you can vote whoever you want. You don't have to lie about it, or you don't have to pretend. You can do it, or you do have to pretend. You can pretend. Not that you should. I can't speak it. My throat hurts so badly, guys. I got sick last week on Thursday for Halloween, and I lost my voice, and then I got it back on Saturday and lost it again. And so now I'm trying to keep it good. I got to drink a lot of water. I just took some Robitussin honey flavor. They're coming out with new Robitussin flavors. It tasted like honey. It was actually pretty good. They have a new Oreo Robitussin collab. The new Squid Games Oreo Robitussin mix. But no, it was way better than regular Robitussin, so good job. I don't know if it has real honey in it, but it's not really soothing my throat that much. But yeah, we'll make it through. I don't know. I'm sick, but I don't know what it is. I don't actually feel sick. Like, I don't, it's not, I haven't been able to sleep for like 3 days. Certainly last night was awful. Kind of because of Trump. I didn't know who won until the morning, but it was like trending badly when I went to sleep, and I was like, shit. It's like, God damn it. I feel better. Last night I was actually watching the news. I was like, actually stressed. I was like, oh my God, this is not good. But now I feel better. Not that I feel fine, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Well, I got so much election stuff on here. Yeah, the betting stuff is just so funny to me. That's just so funny. I mean, we're such a degenerate country. We have to bet on everything. Just bet. Like, I guarantee we're gonna start betting on like wars and just winners and losers of wars, political prisoners being swapped. We're gonna bet on trade. It's just gonna be a disaster. People are such degenerates. Listen, I hope I have a lot of cryptocurrency. I hope the crypto markets boom again. That'd be great. I haven't even checked. I'm pretty sure they're probably up. The crypto bros love Trump. Didn't Trump release his own NFTs? I mean, I'm sure those are worth $-1. Maybe they'll be worth like $1 now. But I don't even think he knows. He's just saying, he's like, oh, Bitcoin, we love Bitcoin. He doesn't even know anything about Bitcoin. He probably thinks it's actual coins you buy. So whatever. Just, I don't know, man. I don't freaking know. I'm just positive. Okay, the last political thing is about Peanut the Squirrel. Peanut the Squirrel won Donald Trump the election, I think. I don't know if you know the story, but there was a man in upstate New York who owned a squirrel. He owns an animal rehab center. He owned a squirrel and a raccoon, among other animals, I believe. But some lady in the South tattletaled on him. He made videos online, and the feds seized his squirrel and his raccoon, and they killed them. They killed him because the squirrel bit one of the seizing men on the hand, the feds on the hand, and they had to test them for rabies, and so they said, "Papa," to Peanut and Fred. Which, honestly, if I was Fred, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? You bit him and now I have to die? That's crazy. Why is this me? What did I do? Poor Fred. And poor Peanut, too. And then somehow that was used as a rallying cry for Republicans. I don't even get it. As if that's like some Democratic policy that we need to seize squirrels. That's a big thing for New York State. And then it came out that the guy who owns the squirrels is also using them to promote his OnlyFans. I was like, what the fuck is this story? What is this story? Guy's swinging his dick around and there's a squirrel. Maybe the dick was named Peanut the Squirrel. Maybe there's no squirrel in the first place. I don't even know. It's an insane story. And then I see AI images of like fight for Peanut. Guys, what is this story? Listen, the moral of the story is white women need to mind their own business. Who fucking cares if a guy is swinging his... I don't know if he's doing gay porn or regular... I don't know what the OnlyFans was. I didn't investigate. I didn't do my due diligence this time. Next time I'll get a subscription for you guys. Next time I'll do some hard research. I don't know if it was related to that. Maybe she's like, gay men can't have squirrels. Any squirrel I see with a gay man, I need to remove him. Just fucking mind your... Holy shit, mind your own business. Y'all do not have enough... The idle time is the devil's plaything. Yeah, hell yeah. Because if you go online ever and you're reporting people for owning a squirrel, a nice guy for owning a squirrel in a rehab center, you need to just see Jesus. You need to calm down. Listen, I get if he was like throwing squirrels at a barn door and they were exploding. Yeah, sure, report him. Report him 10 times. But he was chilling with a squirrel. Absolutely ridiculous. So that obviously didn't cause anyone to vote any other way. No one gives a shit about the squirrels, really. But that was ridiculous. So... rest in peace, Peanut. I get why they had to kill him to test for rabies. I get it. It was an unfortunate... I don't think they would have if he didn't bite one of the people. But, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. This is what we're spending my tax dollars. New York State, my tax dollars went to seizing a squirrel, guys. Come on. When he put it that way, it's like, damn, maybe I should have voted for Donald Trump. But he doesn't care. He's not going to change any of that. So thankfully I live in New York State where... things are a little bit more, I don't know. Feels like, honestly, if New York was the rest of the country, I feel pretty good. Not that we're doing that great, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Rest in peace, Peanut. Rest in peace, Fred. And yeah, okay, we'll stop talking about politics for a little bit, I think. What else we got here? Yeah, the Dodgers did win the World Series. That was a while ago. I made the last episode of the podcast too early. I made it on a Monday, and I posted it on a Sunday. So I have like 2 weeks worth of stuff to talk about. But I wanted to do this right after the election to capture my thoughts. I didn't put my I voted sticker on. Damn. Oh, well. I have a mint condition I voted by mail 2024 sticker, by the way. We'll start the bidding at $3 million if anyone wants it. $3 million. Yeah, the Dodgers won. Congratulations to the Dodgers. The Yankees stink. Yankees, that was one of the worst World Series I've ever watched. They played awfully. It was disappointing, but, it is what it is. And congratulations to all the Dodgers fans. One of my least favorite fan bases, but congratulations to them. It's okay to be a bandwagon fan, by the way. If you live in LA or anywhere and you want to be a Dodgers fan now, go for it. Go for it. You just have to stick with that team. It's okay to be a bandwagon team as long as you stick with that team for the rest of your life. If you switch every time someone wins, then yeah, you suck. No one likes you. It's the worst kind of fan you can be. I'm technically a bandwagon Mets fan. I started really being a fan when they were in the 2015 World Series. No one's ever going to accuse me of being a bandwagon Mets fan. That's like bandwagon, rooting for like the worst person ever. Rooting for the slowest horse in the race. But like, that's my guy. So rooting for the slowest horse in the race because he came in second once. Because he ate a good breakfast that morning and he ran pretty fast. And then he loses every other time. You're like, that's my guy. No one's ever going to accuse you of that. But the Dodgers are always good. And, the Yankees are always usually pretty good. So people do get on people's tails for being bandwagon fans of those teams. I think it's fine. As long as you stick with it. Everyone has teams they like when they're younger. It gets you in the sport. Just stay with the fan. People are Miami Heat fans. I have a friend who's from New York. He's a Miami Heat fan because of LeBron, probably. It is what it is. So that's fine. Congratulations. Obviously you have bigger things to worry about than the Dodgers winning the World Series. But, life, you kind of have to stop worrying for a second. Life goes on. Life continues as normal. I honestly can't get over the presidential thing. I'm going to keep inserting it into everything. I'm going to start, I'm not going to, there's nothing we can do unless you're planning a revolution, guys. Unless you're actively meeting in basements, conspiring. Psst, get the missiles ready. Get the bombs. Get the poison. You can't really do anything. None of us are going to do. We just have to exist. We have to exist and hope and make the right choices going forward. So, if that's optimistic, I'm slouching in the chair a lot. If that's optimistic for you guys, or optimism, I hope it changes your perspective a little bit. Really nothing you can do. You can be worried, certainly, but life goes on. Life's not going to change, pretty much. Yeah, I would honestly be more worried if I was a Palestinian or a Ukrainian, because I'm shit. Not that it was going great for them either. Certainly in Palestine, things are not looking great. God bless all of those people. But it's probably not going to be too great after this. I would be worried. And what can I do as a citizen? I don't know. I don't know what I could do. I really don't think I can do anything. I don't know if I can do anything. And that's bleak. That's a bleak thing to know, that you really can't do anything for other people suffering. Unless we go to war, but we're the country on the other side of the war. So, it's not like World War II. It's just a disaster. It was not a great year to be living in, but there's been way worse years. Certainly, would I choose this over 41? What year did the U.S. enter the war? 39? Where was Pearl Harbor? We entered late, so I think it was the 40s, early 40s. I want to say Pearl Harbor was 39 or something. I don't remember. That was back in the day, back when I was a wee lad. Back when my grandparents were, I think they were all infants back then. So that's so long ago. It's crazy. But let's hope that doesn't happen again. I really, I don't think it will, but you never know. All right, Martha Stewart thinks Ryan Reynolds is not funny. That's the funniest article that's come out in the last week. Because Ryan Reynolds is so ticked off. If you don't know, Martha Stewart wrote this whole thing for no reason. For Martha Stewart, I don't even know what she's doing right now. She's kind of going crazy. For no reason, she's like, yeah, I met Ryan Reynolds. He's a serious guy. He's not that funny. He's not cracking jokes. He's not a funny guy when you meet him in person. And Ryan Reynolds is like, I only met her twice. She doesn't know any. What is she talking about? And I could tell it pissed him off so badly. That would piss me off so badly too. Someone just to go public for no reason, like, yeah, he's not that funny. And then everyone's just going to believe her. Everyone's just going to be like, damn, I guess he's not that funny. Why are you believing this random fucking old white lady? Fucking lady that makes prison shanks out of cake decorating equipment. Why are we believing her? What is this? That's how, I mean, certainly, listen, I'm a comedian, right? Certainly there's people that would consider me not funny. People have watched my videos like, this guy's not funny, but people in my own life, like I have a friend who, we just don't have the same sense of humor. He's still my friend. We'll hang out sometimes. But one time he was like, yeah, like, I know you're a comedian, but like, you're just not really cracking jokes when I'm with you. Like, it's obvious, it's not like you're funny all the time. I'm like, yeah, we just don't have the same sense of humor, bro. When I'm with friends that I have the same sense of humor, it's fun and games all the time. It's a great time. There's been people women that I've been involved with, or you're texting, like, we do not connect. We do not have the same sense of humor. And I'm sure they'd be like, this guy's not funny. This guy was way funnier online. What the heck? We just don't connect. We don't have the same sense of humor. And it's not that you're not funny. It could be that the other person's not funny, and it's like it's hard for me to lift up both of us. But it's just that we don't connect in certain ways. And when I do have that connection, it's nothing but laughs. So sometimes you don't have the same sense of humor as somebody, and if they went online and they were like, yeah, this guy's not funny, that would suck. That would suck so badly. So I feel Ryan Reynolds' pain. And it's not like Martha Stewart's not the Lord of comedy. She's not the judge. So do I think Ryan Reynolds is a funny guy? Probably. I don't know. He's a comedic actor. I really don't know. Do I think he's funnier than me? Hell no. Fuck you, Ryan Reynolds. But yeah, that just sucks. Martha Stewart, and then she was in some other interview talking about her husband cheating on her. And then the interviewer was like, didn't you cheat on your husband before that? And she's like, yeah, but well, that doesn't matter. I'm Martha Stewart. It doesn't matter. So Martha Stewart, she going crazy. Martha Stewart is a top shelf H-O, you know the words. I didn't know she had that dog in her. Martha, I can see why she went to prison. She was probably running that shit. She was running that shit top to bottom. Oh, Martha. She said she kissed someone else on her honeymoon, too. She, like, kissed some guy in a church. I mean, it was a crazy interview. Freaking Martha. Some people don't really, I think some famous people don't really view marriage as, like, an actual thing. I don't know. They just don't really, life isn't real for some of these people. They don't have empathy. Like, Donald Trump doesn't have empathy. I guarantee he doesn't have empathy. I know he doesn't. So, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Why do we listen to these people? But that would suck. Like, I'm just thinking, if someone said that about me in the future, if I'm ever to Ryan Reynolds' level of fame, which I'd never want to be, for the record, that would suck so badly. I guess the proper thing is to not talk about it at all. Just ignore it, because if you talk about it, it makes you look desperate. You just try to crack jokes out. Like, if you put a video online trying to make jokes, we'd all be like, bro, you suck. This guy's so unfunny. Go back to Mint Mobile, you fucking piece of shit. Go back to your wife, who... Didn't she do something weird recently? I don't even know. That's another fake marriage, probably. Why am I defending Ryan Reynolds? I'm a fucking fake man. Rich, fake... Why does he have a phone company? What the fuck are you doing, Ryan Reynolds? This is what celebrities do. They have so much money. They're like, let me start a random company for no reason. Let me make some liquor. Let me start a chicken franchise. Guys, leave some money for the rest of us. This is why... I don't want to say this is why Donald Trump won, because he's a rich billionaire that only cares about rich people, really. But we're tired of these, like, establishment people just milking the country. You know what I mean? Like Shaquille O'Neal, you don't need to have billions more dollars. I'm sorry, Shaquille. You're good to go, buddy. You played, 20 seasons in the NBA? How many millions you make? And then celebrities go, oh, I'm broke. I spent all my money. How could I live on $20 million a year? Guys, you can... If I had $20 million, I'd be set for life. Do you understand? For the rest of my life. You guys are living way above your means. They're saying, even the WNBA players who make no money, but they make what, $70,000 a year? Like, how can I live on this? You can live on that, guys. You just can't live in a fucking $5,000 a month luxury condo. You got to live like the rest of us, which I can't even talk because I live in an expensive apartment in New York City, but I can't live this way for that long. I'm not making any money. I'm just burning through my life. So no one has any sympathy for any athlete that's made more than, I'll say, $5 million. A few million, I guess you can you can run through. You can't live your whole life in some places with that, but more than $5 million and you're like, I'm broke now? Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have bought a blimp full of strippers for your friend's birthday, guys. Maybe that Jaguar you refinanced 15 times wasn't a good idea. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Brock, random baseball player I can think of. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Jacobson. So I have no sympathy for you guys, and no one else does, really. Any celebrity that ever does that, honestly, you guys need to be slapped in the face. You guys need to have a wake. Maybe you can complain to your friends. Like, I only made $3 million this year. Why did I do a British celebrity? I only made $3 million this year. And they're like, oh my God, you're so poor. Robert, you're so poor. How will you join the yacht party? I have to scam some elderly people out of their pension fund. Just the worst people. Oh my God, the worst part about Donald Trump voting is just the worst people, the most greedy, worst people are voting for him. And like I said, some good people, a lot of good people, a lot of hardworking people. I just want this country to change, but just the worst, greediest, slimiest. Brett Favre, one of the these people have no morals. And I'm sure some of them are voting for Kamala as well, but just, oh my God. But what can you do, guys? You win some, you lose some. It's the first election I voted for the loser, right? Man, what a shitty voter I am. I thought I had a clean record. I thought I was gonna kill it. But yeah. So yeah, Martha Stewart. Who did she vote? She probably voted for Donald Trump. A lot of women vote for Donald Trump. And listen, I get it. You know, at a certain point, it's like I said a few episodes ago, you can't assume every president is just a nice person. Like, Donald Trump is not a good person, but we can't assume everyone else is this like humanitarian, amazing person. They're all probably pretty shitty. Kamala's husband was cheating on his wife or whatever, cheated with a nanny. These are all shitty people. These are all scumbags. So, we're going to vote for one scumbag or the other. One of them's a bigger scumbag. They're all still kind of scumbags. They would all fuck you over for $1. So, I get women voting. I do get women voting for him. It is against your interest, your bodily interest. I didn't mean to put quotes in that. That's just saying, like, theoretically it is, because one party cares about it more, but some people care more about other things. Like I said, if you can't eat, what do you care more about? Having an abortion or eating food, dying of starvation? So it becomes a pretty clear choice when you cut it down to, like, okay, I think I'm going to die if I don't vote for this person. So, yeah. Anyway, Liam Payne, I heard, released a posthumous single. I haven't listened to it, but I'm sure new albums are going to start pouring out from Liam Payne. Every time he said a word, every recording they ever have of him probably breathing is going to be turned into a song. He's going to be ordering at a restaurant. I'll have the bacon lettuce tomato sandwich. It's going to be a new song, BLT baby. Come and strip that BLT down for me. They're going to remix that with just every word he's ever said. That's how they do it. That when the most recent example I can think of is Pop Smoke when he died. I don't know how many albums. There was like 2 or 3 albums, and I remember they would reuse the same words. It was actually ridiculous. I don't know how long he was in the studio, how many like snippets he had, but they would just reuse the same words. I was about to think of a line. I can't think of the words. Well, I'm taking his jewelry. I feel like that was repeated in like a million songs. So Pop Smoke, if he's any indication, just after he died, and I'm sure the family gets a lot of money from that. I'm sure it's good, but, the music industry is vicious. Let's just rip the soul. They're dead. All right, get to work, guys. Let's start making an album. This song is called How Much I Like Balconies. This song is called Free Fall, followed by Shit, My Balcony Railing Isn't As Stable As I Thought It Was, by Liam Payne. This one's called Pink Cocaine. So they're vicious. I'm sure someone has signed his rights away for a few $1 million. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And some of the songs are good, like Pop Smoke songs are pretty good. I will say, I'm gonna take some street cred here. I started listening to Pop Smoke before he died, but I got real. I remember hearing Dior, it's a song on the radio and at a I guess we'll call it the club. Back in the clubbing days, I never had clubbing days, but at like a bar, and I was like, that's a fucking great song. Holy shit, that is a great song. So I remember looking up, I was like, damn, this guy's good. So I started listening to him literally a week or two. I think it was 1 week before he died. I was like going into his discography. I was like, these are some great songs. It's like, damn, this guy's a lot of good music. I heard him on a radio too. It was like a radio station. I just turned on one day. He was like interviewing him. I was like, damn, this guy's getting big. And then I remember I was coming back from work. This is when I had a job that I commuted. And there was an article. I was going to do stand-up, actually, at this place. And it's actually an inspirational story. Well, I forgot the actual whole story. One second, I need to clear my nose so I can tell it fully start to finish. I think it was my first time doing stand-up after I came back to New York and I got a new job. And I got nervous. So I went to the place, I think it was called The Creek in the Cave. I went to the place and I didn't go in. I went there after work. I looked at it and I was like, okay, baby steps. I was like, I'm too nervous to go in, but I'll come back next week. And I did come back next week. But I think that's also, this is a sidetrack, that's also a good thing to do. If you're nervous about doing something, just like take baby steps, right? You don't have to, like, let's say stand up in this case, go to an open mic and just watch. And then you're like, okay, I get how it works. Then go next week and then do it. You don't have to, or even go to the place and just see where it is. Okay, found the location. I'll come back next week. I'll go in and watch. Break it up into such baby steps, and then the next parts don't seem as intimidating. You're getting rid of unknowns. So that's a good way to do things. I think it's a very good way to do things. Life lesson for you all. But anyway, so I went there and I just left. I went home and I was like, okay, I see the place. I didn't even go in. I just saw the place and I got nervous and I was like, shit. So then I was looking on my phone and I was on the train back. I was like, damn, I'm such a bitch. I can't even fucking tell jokes. I got nervous. And I was looking, I saw an article. I was like, Pop Smoke, blah, blah, showed his face. I was like, oh, cool. He's another article. And he's like, Pop Smoke was murdered tonight. I was like, what the fuck? Pop Smoke found dead. I was like, what the heck? So that actually kind of inspired me. I'd say Pop Smoke inspired me too. I was like, damn, this guy died. This guy was killing it. He was like 20 years old. This guy was killing it in the music industry. And I can't even go and tell jokes. I can't even tell a fucking joke. I'm such a bitch. So the next week I went and I told a joke. And I bombed. I remember bombing. But it was fine. It was fine. And I went back the next week. And then COVID happened and I never went back there again. The place closed. But now we're doing it again. So that's an inspirational story. So I started listening. I remember at my job I would put on... I would just have a few songs on repeat, just for the whole day. And I don't think I was concerned, but I remember, like, what if someone asked me what I'm listening to, and then I'm going to show them, like, this fucking gangster rapper, which is a great song. War. I remember listening to War on repeat, if you know anything about Pop Smoke song. But I can't even remember. I just remember Little TJ's a great rapper. Walking the spot in this litty, designer to city, you know my turn up. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that, guys. That was kind of racist of me. It wasn't. If I said the N-word, it was. Guys, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be so real. Now that Donald Trump has won, I can say that. No, I would have said this anyway. When I sing rap songs, I say the N-word sometimes. I say it. I've never said it to anyone. This is my admission. I've never said it to anyone. It would never be something I say to anyone. It's not part of my vernacular. I think when people get drunk, I've said this before in the podcast. People get drunk and they say the N-word at someone, it's because they've said it at someone before. It's because that's a thing they do, and it just... When you get drunk, you kind of return to what you're normally going to do. I've never said it to anyone. I've never felt the urge to say it to anyone. But when I sing some songs, I do say it. Guys, I'm sorry, why do you put it in your song 20,000 times? Every 2 words, you make the catchiest song ever, the most amazing song, and then you say the N-word every 2 seconds. What am I supposed to do? I'm a human. I'm only a man. I can't resist. I have to say it. So next time, don't do that. Don't do that. If you didn't put it in, I wouldn't add it to songs for fun. I'm not adding it to fucking Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. I'm not putting the N-word in there. But if you say the N-word 50 times, literally 50 times, I'm going to say it once. If someone else was in the car with me, I wouldn't say it. But by myself, I'm like, no one's going to hear this. Anyway, so yeah, Pop Smoke, those songs, I'm probably saying it. The way he says it too, it's such a deep voice. You just get into it. But no, it's not racist at all. I don't think it is. I mean, me wearing this shirt saying that is not great. Not a great look. Wearing the peach shirt, the Plantation Owner Jr. shirt. We're really veering far to try to make light of the situation. This is the Plantation Owner's son shirt in training, the Krusty Krab Jr. shirt. But yeah, Pop Smoke's probably going to release another album soon. He died 4 years ago. That's crazy. 4 years ago, he's probably making more albums. He's featuring on songs. Like, how many snippets do you guys have left? How much sound do you have left? Liam Payne wasn't as popular. That's crazy. Liam Payne, for being a member of One Direction, I don't think people cared about his music. He kind of was just a celebrity in name, not musically. He had one song. Strip That Down for Me. The only song I remember him as a solo artist being anything, and that's like It's a pop song. This is a generic pop song. Any pop celebrity could make that song. It would have done good. I thought Slow Hands was his, but that was Niall's song. That's a way better song. Holy shit. Louis Tomlinson, he has a song. I don't remember. I know he has one. That guy did nothing. Anyway, all right, still talking about celebrities. Adam Richman is fat again. Anyone know who Adam Richman is? The Man vs. Food guy, which is an amazing show, Man vs. Food. One of the great pillars of American society is the show Man vs. Food. And he is fucking big again. If you remember one second, I need to pour myself some more trash water. While he was doing the show, he got huge. Because, yeah, he would get huge because he's eating fucking giant meals. I mean, I don't know how frequently he was doing it, but you have the heart attack fucking meal, 5 pounds of sausage he's got to eat. The man's fucking blowing up like a balloon, sweating his ass off. That was his only exercise, eating food. He would just start to sweat. It's like, okay, are you good, bro? Yeah, this munching on this sausage is a lot of work. But he got really big, and then he got really skinny because that's what you do. That's what you do when you get super big. You're like, I got to turn my life around. I can't keep doing this show. And now I saw a video of him. He's a very likable guy. We all like Adam Richman. I saw a video of him. He is big again. Adam Richman has been ballooning up, and he's eating food. Good for him. You know what? You just want to eat food and make videos. Good for you. But he is larger again. And I don't know how to describe. I think the shape of his body turned me, was concerning to me. Not that it turned me off. I wasn't attracted to Adam Richman. I'm not an Adam Richman sexual. But it was concerning because it kind of just looks like he kind of looks like an overstuffed sausage, I want to say. Look up a picture of Adam Richman or a video right now and just see, like, I don't know how to describe it. He just looks like he's bursting at the seams. Like he's too big for his skin, I think. Before he just looked like a fat guy, then he looked good. Now not saying he looks bad, but he just looks like something's wrong. Like he like his skin was too tight. Maybe he had his skin cut off and that was just too tight. It's bursting. He looks like his buttons are going to explode at a certain point. Maybe he's buying clothes that are too small. But he's eating good sandwiches now, and good for him. He's a great food host. A great food host. We all love Adam Richman. And the Man vs. Food is still around with I'll say a worse host. The guy's not bad, but the guy sucks at challenges. The guy can't eat anything. The guy eats 2 spoonfuls of ice cream. He's like, yeah, I'm tapping in. I think his name is Casey. But he's a fine host. If you can tell, I like Man vs. Food. Great show. Great show to watch when you're hungry at night. You just want to see something. He's like, God damn it, I could eat all that. I couldn't eat any of that. Giant steaks. Ugh. So good. So, yeah, just letting you guys, I'm the fat police over here. I'm like one of the girls in high school, like a mean girls. You saw Vanessa got fat? You saw Vanessa, my crab? Stephanie, she's huge. Oh, my God. Summer vacation really took a number on her. Jesus Christ. She works at her father's chicken shack down by the street. She's been eating all the chicken. Yeah, in case you were wondering, any other celebrities, if you're watching this, you get fat, I'm going to tell people. I'm going to let them know. I am going to be the fat police here. If I get fat, I was thinking about it the other day of bulking up a little bit so I can get more muscles. Just getting a little bit fatter and then losing the weight. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I would do that. I don't even know what I weigh. I should buy a scale. What else we got here? I don't know how long I've been doing this for. I cut off some of the. I have so many topics to talk about, and just because it's been like 2 weeks since I made this podcast. Let me crisscross my legs here. Oh shit! I did something wrong to the mic. Shit, my bad, guys. Let's do this. I feel like I'm on the Talk to a podcast. This is how you would sit on the Talk to a podcast. I wrote down sliding into the DMs. Because I just wanted to talk about the one time I slid into someone's DMs. I don't slide into people's DMs. People ask me all the time, actually, like, I guess male friends or male acquaintances, when they find out that I have some sort of following online, they're like, hey, do you like, just rant, like, one of my friends who, I'm not going to say the next part, but just, he's like, if I was you, I'd be sliding into everyone's DMs. He's somewhat of a fiend, somewhat of a disturbed individual in that sense, but we'll leave it at that. He's like, I'm like, yeah, you would, but it just seems weird to me to be sliding into people's DMs, like to scan through my following list and be like, oh, that's a hot girl. Let me message her. Let me try to get in that. That just seems weird. Certainly people message me and, things have resulted from that. Things haven't. But I don't know. Just to be on the outreach seems a little presumptuous on my behalf. Like, I'm sure it would work at a certain point, but I did it once. This is the story. I did it once back in the day, back when I just started. I forgot this girl's name. There was I'm not gonna say it. I remembered it. I actually just remembered. I'm not gonna say it. Whoops. Back in the day, there was someone who would comment on some of my videos, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try. I was getting some DMs at that point. I was like, let me try to do it myself. See how this goes. So on Instagram, I found her on Instagram, and I sent her a message. I forgot what I sent. I think it was like, hey, and she responded. She was like, hey. She's like, oh my god, hey man. And I was like, I think I was like, hey, I think you're cute. Like, I forgot what I said after that. And then she just ghosted me. She never responded. And I was like, all right, let's wrap it up. DM time's over, guys. Just wrap this up. Nice knowing you. That felt weird. Not that I was embarrassed, right? I don't care. I don't care about being rejected. It's fine. I just care. It's like a weird position of power. That's what I care about. Like, I am in a position of power that's like messaging these people. And it just feels weird. It makes me feel like a weirdo. So if I've ever DM'd you out of the blue, there's only been one person I've ever done that to. DM'd you out of the blue, and you're watching this. I'm sorry, but also like whatever. I'm sure it didn't affect your life at all. It was just funny. It's like, shit, that didn't go as planned. So that ended DMs for me forever. And if a girl was expressing interest, I think if a girl was, that's not out of the blue. This girl was not, she was commenting and stuff, but it wasn't like she was like, oh my god, you're so hot, you're so amazing, I think you're so cool. She was just like, you're funny or whatever. She was like, I don't remember what she would post. But so I just tried that. So listen, if a girl was like, oh my god, you're so hot, I think that's resulted in stuff before, or like messages sent, but I never out of the blue. So out of the blue DMs, I'm not in that market. I'm not doing that, guys. It's the same with approaching girls in real life. Like in real life, oh, scary. It is scary. I don't do it. It's fucking scary. I was making a joke. It's fucking scary. I don't know. I would need some sort of indication that you're interested. I can't just go up to a random girl. It just feels weird. It just feels weird. Not that like I'm scared of rejection again. I don't care. Like, ask girl out, they say no. Like I go on Hinge. I ask girls on dates all the time. They ghost me. They never respond. It is what it is. I'm used to it. Just like, I don't know. I don't want to just put effort into something where I'm throwing shit at the wall. I don't care. If I do it enough, it's going to result in something good, but I'm not a throwing shit at the wall kind of guy. I'm not throwing shit at the wall with no results kind of guy, or no feedback. I like to have feedback on what I'm doing. So if you show me interest, I remember there was one time I was on a date, and I went to the bathroom, and I was waiting online, and there was this girl in front of me. We started talking, and she seemed like she was interested, and we were like chatting a little bit. And I was like, damn, if I wasn't on a date, maybe this could have been something. But to me, it's weird to... And the date didn't even work out. That girl literally ghosted me, the one I was on a date with. So I was like, fuck, I should have just went with the bathroom girl. I should have gone in the bathroom with her. No, that'd be weird. Hey, can I use the toilet too? Can I pee through your legs while you're pooping? But she gave me like a look after she came out of the bathroom, as if it was like, hey, aren't you going to ask me for like my number or something? And I was like, yeah, this seems wrong to do it on a date. I should have, though. So yeah, in that case, like, it's like someone showing me interest, I can do that. But someone showing me no interest, I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I don't think I have to, right? I think I'm in a position where I don't have to. So my sliding in the DMs days are over. People slide into my DMs all the time. Well, not all the time, honestly. Pretty infrequently, I would say. Listen, let's just say, we got all the bad bitches sliding into my DMs. They're not, but I do fine. You know what I mean? I'm not a fiend. I don't need to be on the prowl every 2 seconds. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So I'm not sending DMs anytime soon, and I don't plan on it. So if you're waiting for me to send you a DM, if you're like, think if I comment every day, Matt's going to send me a message, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not going to do it. And it doesn't mean I don't think you're cool. It doesn't mean I'm not in love with you secretly, but I'm not doing it. So there we go. Same vein about dating people. I think a lot of girls, just about the election back again, I think they're going to start making a distinction. A lot of women are going to be like, hey, did you vote for Donald Trump? And a lot of guys are going to have to start lying, which is not going to be good. They're going to be lying, which is crazy. But women do have a lot of power. They do have a lot of power. I mean, I voted for Kamala, so I'm chilling. Guess I'm going to be swimming in it now. Guess I get all the ladies to myself. But, yeah, if that's seriously a big issue for you ladies, and you, like, really think anyone voting for Donald Trump is voting against you, you have all the power. You can be like, hey, not with it. I think most ladies don't. I think they say they care more than they actually do care. I think they can be talked out of it. So I think the power is less than what it might seem to be. But certainly some ladies can dictate who they are with and who they aren't with, just based on political preferences, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with, but I guess if I was dating a girl and she was a super MAGA person, I wouldn't even date her. I would like. There's certain things where it's not even about the political preferences. It's just that I think you'd be annoying as shit to talk to. You'd be so fucking annoying. You gotta wear your fucking MAGA hat, bro. It's not even fashionable. Oh, you can't go out with me. You can't go get dinner with me. You're going to a Trump rally. Okay, Jesus Christ. You can't go. You can't go to dinner when you're spitting on immigrants. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I think it'd just be annoying to talk to them. There was a girl actually. I just remembered this. She slid into my DMs last year, and I don't even know why I was talking to her. I wasn't even that interested, but I was like, okay, whatever. And I forget what she sent me, but it was it was just random. It was some Trump video, and she was a pro-Trump girl. I didn't even know at that point. And it was the way she sent it to was so condescending, as if I was like a newborn child that didn't know anything. And she's like, "This is what's happening. Can't you see?" And I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is just annoying. Like, you can be a Trump person, that's fine, whatever. I get it. 70 million people voted for him, whatever. But just the way you're set, as if I'm like a retard that just doesn't know. Oh my God, you showed me a random fucking Twitter clip of him, some person saying some random thing. You're like, this is what's happening. So I was like, you're so condescending. So I think I never spoke to her after that. It's like, what the fuck is this? So that's just so annoying. Some of these people are so annoying. And I'm not saying it's the same. Like, someone super woke, same thing. You're just so annoying. Can you guys just be regular people? There's so many regular people. That's all I want, just a regular person who doesn't think about politics. Oh, the election's over. I don't even care anymore. Life goes on at this point. We got to move on. We have to move on. You know what I mean? We have to change going forward. The Democratic Party's going to change, right? Even the Republican Party's going to change. But this is how it goes. You lose an election, you change so that you win the next one. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. So that's how it goes. But anyway, that wasn't even related to what I was going to talk about. I was saying eating certain foods is a deal breaker for me in a relationship. If you're a bad eater, I don't think I can do it. Because I think, one second, let me drink my water. My throat's doing good. My nose is a little dry, but it's okay. I think going out to eat is such a critical part of a relationship, or getting food. Like, for example, my sister and I, very opposite food tastes. She's more, I'm going to say without a doubt I have the superior food taste. I'm so sorry, Julia. I'm so sorry if you're listening to this episode, which I don't think you are. But she's very much an American, Italian cuisine. She likes fast food more. She likes just like American, Chinese food, that kind of stuff. I'm more authentic stuff. Like, I love sushi. She hates sushi. I like more ethnic food and stuff. So I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with her purely because when we go out to eat, she's never going to want sushi. Because sushi's my favorite food. If I can't enjoy with my wife going to a nice sushi restaurant, fuck am I doing in life? Truly, what am I doing? And that's more of an extreme, right? I guess if you don't like sushi, whatever, if you don't like seafood, but just in general, if we always have to go to the same restaurants, we always have to eat the same food, that's a deal breaker, I think. It's a deal breaker if you can't eat certain foods. And I don't know what to do about it. Maybe it won't be a deal breaker at some point. If I'm 40 and still single, and the only reason is because girls don't eat sushi with me, maybe I'll have to change it. Maybe I'll have to figure things out. But I don't know. It's just like, in my mind, like when I have a new restaurant in mind and I want to try it, like I don't even ask my friends. Like I don't think the last time I remember I just went to a new restaurant with my friends. Well, I guess it was probably a few months ago. But just on a date, just like, hey, we can go to this restaurant, we can try it, we can both enjoy it together. It just seems like such a critical part of being together with someone. So, yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of things are deal breakers until you realize you can't find anyone, and then you're like, shit, Jesus, it's been 10 years and I'm still single. What the heck? But for me, like, if you're really bad at eating food, and I guess I don't know if it's really, I'm saying a deal breaker, but it's certainly a negative, and I don't know. I think I have to see it in action first. I have to know about it. I think in the beginning, it's always like, people will always be like, yeah, I'll eat food, and then they turn out they won't. Like, my sister will be like, I'll go to that restaurant. And then it turns out she won't. She'll just, like, when she's ordering Uber Eats, it's always like, I don't want that. I'm not in the mood for that. Can we just get Wendy's? Can we get Taco Bell? Like, I would hate that. I'm so sorry. I hate that. I I need quality. I need just my palate is so refined, guys. I'm such an exquisite French palate man. I'm like one of the food critics in Ratatouille. Just this McDonald's is just not doing it for me. Wouldn't you agree, honey? This McDonald's is inferior. Um, yeah, with this new rise in masculinity, I will say, with Donald Trump winning, I think a lot of men are gonna think they can be boys can be boys again. We can do it, as if they weren't boys this whole time. Hopefully that it doesn't become a bigger thing than it was. I don't think it will. I really don't think it will. The same people still exist. They've been emblazoned. They've already been emblazoned. Twitter has been completely overrun by bots, essentially. But I guess it turned out well for him. Well done, Elon Musk. Like I said, you did it, buddy. You did it. Hopefully you know what you're doing. I'll just say that. Hopefully you know what you're doing. We'll see. But there's just so many commercials I see about these hair loss products and these fucking Viagra chews, like this whatever Hims is the company. Just every 2 seconds about like, guys, how many problems do we fucking have as men? Y'all's dicks don't work. What are you doing? Your penises don't work at what age 20? You guys are popping these pills at what age 20? Guys, something's wrong. You're doing something wrong. I don't know what you're eating. Is it porn addictions? I don't know. This seems like a bigger problem. I get the hair loss, right? I might have to start popping the hair loss pills. Honestly, I might have to get on the hair loss pill regimen just to make sure my hair doesn't keep falling out. I think I'm going to be behind the curve. I think a lot more men are doing it than I think. So when I'm bald and all these other men have luscious heads of hair, I'm going to be like, shit. Should have gone to those hair loss pills. But I've heard a side effect of that is actually the dick not working anymore. That would suck. That's a great scheme for these companies to be like, we hide a little bit of anti-dick medication in the hair loss one, then you got to buy the dick medication. So I don't want to risk anything. Like my body's I don't need it. I don't take any medication at all. I wake up every day. I just breathe in light. I go, wow, what a great day. Except for this morning, I was like, fuck. What a not so great day. But sunlight is my medication. I'm like the bane of every old person's existence. I get a good night's sleep. I wake up, no medication. They're like, fuck you, I hate you. I take 35 pills and I wake up 30 times to piss every night. And then my wife wants the temperature in the bedroom 10 degrees hotter than me and I'm sweating my ass off. Not me, guys. Not me, oldies. You losers. But yeah, these pills, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I guess I don't. I remember. I don't know if I told. I think I told the story about. I was looking through the drawers in my parents' house a few months ago or like a year ago, and I found my first baby tooth in a bottle, and it was my dad's pill bottle of Viagra. That was the bottle. I was like, okay, doing the math. When did he start using Viagra? That was in his 30s. Holy shit, that was in his 30s. Or no, maybe early 40s. Not great. So, I don't know. I think when my dick stops working, honestly, we had a good run. I'm going to be like, game recognizes game, bro. Dap it up. You did a hell of a job. We had some highlights, bro. I'm going to do like a montage, highlight reel. He's going to be looking through, oh my God, look at that. I remember her. Look at that. That was crazy. Like, you earned it, bro. Take a rest. Take a rest. We don't need it. We can wait a little bit. These old men taking Viagra. Donald Trump, whatever his weird-shaped penis, whatever Stormy Daniels has talked about, his weird-shaped penis, I'm sure he's still taking Viagra. I'm sure he's cheating on his wife left and right. What can you say? I'm sure his wife hates him. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny just to be so old to take Viagra. Give up, guys. Give up. No one wants to fuck you, okay? No one wants to for money, yeah, I guess they do. But they don't really want to fuck you. Calm down, guys. You got a yacht? Oh, great. They love the yacht. Guys, how much does that really make you... I don't know. To me, when you get old, you become more in tune with other people. You become more empathetic as you age. Some of these guys, obviously not. They're just having sex with random girls on yachts. How fulfilling is that, guys? Really? I guess at a certain point, you've been fulfilled. You don't need to be fulfilled anymore. You're like, fuck it. I'll just do whatever I want. So what if the girls come on my yacht? Man, my nose is really dry, but we only have one more thing to talk about. Thank God. Thank God. I think I've set my vocal cords back a couple days with this, but I had to do this podcast. I had to do it. I had to do it for you. I hate text group chats. I hate them so much. I need when I go on my phone and I can look at my messages thing, I need the notifications little red bubble to be 0. I need it to be not existent. If there's anything there, I will look at the messages, I'll read them. If I'm part of a group chats are fine when they're my friends. Sorry, I misspoke. I hate text group chats that involve random people because I don't care about your opinions. I don't want to read what you're talking about. I don't want to see your notifications pop up and then I look and it's like some random guy. Some people invite me to group chats. I immediately leave. I don't care. Fuck out. What the fuck do you think you're doing inviting me? That's like a declaration of war. You might as well punch me in the face. You're going to invite me to a group chat. People have done it. I've had random guys invited. I immediately leave. And they can keep inviting me. There's no way to really block them. Fucking sucks. I don't want to be a part of these group chats. I had a girl I was dating. I think this was last year. She invited me to a group chat with her friends. It was for an event. I think it was for New Year's Eve. And they just kept talking. I was like, guys, I told her, I was like, I need to leave this group chat. I don't know most of these people. They're fine people. It's not like they're saying bad stuff. But I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to see messages on my phone every 2 seconds. It's a peace of mind thing. I just need, if I see a message it's from one of my friends or something, it's important, I look at it, react to it, I respond. I don't want a random fucking dude sending me messages. And then I look at these people's phones, like the girl I was dating, she's like, I got 500 unread messages. I can't live like you. I can't live in this chaos. I'm not you. I can't do that. I can't get my phone and see. That's why she doesn't text me back, because she has fucking 500. She's like, oh, I thought I responded to this. Yeah, because you got 500 messages. Oh, I thought I responded to this. The ultimate slap in the face. Motherfucker. You thought you responded to this? Yeah, maybe don't have a million unread messages. And they're always like, oh, well, if they were important, I would read them. Why do you have unimportant people sending you messages? Why do you allow that? Cut them off. Slice them in the neck. Anyone unimportant sending me a text message, I go to their house and I shoot them in the face. Don't ever send me that message again, you fucking asshole. So, yeah, I hate being part of these giant group texts. We'll never do... Group messages are for, like, Discord or something. They're for fucking some other thing. You want to start a group, start a Discord server. Start a little friend Discord server where you can chat. You can plan revolutions. Don't get me on an iMessage text. It's an invasion of my privacy. So, yeah, I hate those. And I will leave them. I will guaranteed leave them every time. I'm telling you right now, if you invite me to one, I will leave it. So that is what it is. Unless you never speak in it. If it's like every once in a while people speak, sure. Instagram group text, you want to do that? Go for it. That's fine. Go for it. Texting? No. Texting? Absolutely fucking not. That's the line I will not cross. That's my Bible right there. All right, that's going to be it for the podcast, guys. We'll leave with a message of hope like I started with. Again, if you're feeling down, it's okay to feel down. If you're feeling depressed, if you're worried, it's okay. I am optimistic. I think we'll be fine. I really think we'll be fine. And remember, this country is, if this gives you any solace, this is really sad to think of. This country is governed by the elites, by some shady elite. We're talking about these super PACs, these lobbyists. There's so many people pulling strings behind the scenes. They've enjoyed this country the way it is for many years. They've enjoyed the greed. They've enjoyed all these things. If Donald Trump is going to break the fabric of that, they're not going to let that happen. They're not going to let that happen. And that's kind of worrying in the other opposite way. And if we want to destroy them, they're not going to let that happen either unless certain things happen. But there's a vested interest in keeping the United States the way it is. And collapsing this country and turning it into a dictatorship and all those kinds of things. It's just, it could happen, right? I'm not saying it probably had more of a risk of happening now than ever in recent memory. But I think you have to understand there's so many rich people and so many people that just care about being greedy and making things happen for them. I don't know if it's going to happen. I really doubt it would. So I find solace in that. I really do. And we'll see. We will see. I hope everyone's safe. I hope everyone can calm down, especially Trump people. You guys won. Congratulations. You don't need to go crazy anymore. When someone wins, you kind of take a back seat. Gloating when you're a winner is not a fashionable thing. You kind of just be like, okay, guys, how do we move forward now? We won. We did it. How do we move forward? So I hope people are taking that approach. I hope they are. And I hope good things for the country. I really do. I hope we enter a new age of prosperation. That's not the right word. A perspiration of armpit sweat. Prosperity, not prosperation. I can't speak English. I might as well vote for Trump. I can't even speak English. That man, I'm Baron Trump 2028. Baron Trump. But no. Good luck, everyone. I hope you have an amazing week. Hope as time goes on, you really calm down about everything. But I think optimism is what I'm going to preach. and I think we'll be fine. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you all. I love you all. We will make it through together. I will keep telling jokes. I don't think there's going to be a ban on telling jokes. There's not going to be a witch hunt. I don't think. I think it's going to be fine. I really think it's going to be fine. And I hope. I'm really hoping more than thinking, but I'm hoping. Yeah, guys, thank you, and have a good one, everyone.